why everything has to be complicated today is neither here or there. So, what I was originally going to do, I was about to play Resident Evil because I've been really getting into that since Requiem came out, or Requiem's coming out soon. And I was hoping to get a little bit on the stream because I'm finally trying to do hardcore mode for it. But I guess it's going to have to be a video at this point. So, honestly, just talking about Resident Evil for a little bit while I'm getting everything set up, obviously. I'm replaying through 4. I'm getting hyped for Requiem. I'm trying not to watch way too much, but just enough where I'm hyped. And I thought it was coming out in March. Is actually next week? So that's going to be a little something. My journey through Resident Evil, I started off weirdly enough with 5. 5 was my introductory to Resident Evil at a young age. And I think what really hit me was the co-op, because everything from when I was younger, that's just how it was. Everything had to be co-op. Everything was better playing with a friend. I remember playing with my cousin a lot, and that was my real introductory point. And then got to 4. Loved 4. I played 4 countless of times on countless different systems for my PS3, 4, 5. Leon became my favorite character. I ended up trying to go back to some of the older Resident Evils, but couldn't really do the tank controls. It just weren't for me. It's going to be hard for a modern gamer, especially when you get into Resident Evil at 4 and 5. And then 6 came out. Wasn't really a big fan of 6. I liked it. I did when I was younger, but I think it was more of because it was just another Resident Evil game instead of, peak like 4 was that I just got over playing. Then I didn't touch 7 for a while. Going on to 7 was really good, but it took me forever to actually get on it because of just the horror stuff. I think I got into Resident Evil because of like the creepy aspect, but when 7 came out, I just wasn't feeling the horror thing or the first person thing. I love Resident Evil for third person experiences, to be honest. Even when it comes to gaming, I will play first person's FPS, but not really my jive. But I did end up playing it after Village came out, and I really loved Village. But Village was more of, honestly, Resident Evil 4. If you look at it, just first person and with Ethan instead of Leon. But I like the characters. The villains were peak. Lady D, I remember everybody having a big thing for her back in the day. Back in the day, it was a few years ago. And honestly, even Heisenberg and Miranda, pretty dope. Then I went back to play 6. And I did know the lore going in. Because I wasn't going to 7 blind, or I wasn't going to 8 blind, my bad. And I really fell in love with the creepy aspects, the environmental storytelling, the bakers as a whole, and it was really, really a fun time. I've seen stuff on the DLCs. I still have to play the DLCs of 7. But I've seen all the gameplay. They look good. But yeah, Resident Evil has been one of those game series for a while, for me especially, where I just love going back to. Even, I know I was kind of talking about the main ones I played, but I've also played Raccoon City. Raccoon City was one of my favorites. And it's always a series I love coming back to. That alongside with like Assassin's Creed. I would say Call of Duty, but I haven't touched a Call of Duty in forever. But right now, I'm wondering why Pragmata is taking so long and everything is going haywire. But at least you got a little something from me talking your ear off. All right. Blushwater. We are now playing. We are going to play Zenless People. Now that you got my thoughts on Resident Evil. So, Lace. We got a little Resident Evil done talking today. Hey, it's your neighbor Togo. Toke, whatever you want to call me. I was just here to say this video was a rant from one of my Twitch streams. I've been doing a lot more streaming over there. You can follow me. your neighbor Toko, and I would love to have you guys over there, being able to play games with me live and everything, hearing discussions. I'm trying to post more on here, but that's where I've been putting most of my focus on. So if you guys can do me a favor, follow, do your thing over there, so I can do my thing over here. And that's where like, comment, and subscribe. Do your thing so I can do my thing. And thanks for watching the weird video. Peace.